Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the show at Rise Up Show with me, your host, the Queen Bee, Dani. How are you feeling? As we chat this morning to the devilishly handsome, the fabulously wonderful, the incredibly knowledgeable Mr. Fidel Hill, the modern man. Good morning. Jodie Sol, good morning. Babna Reddy, good morning. Elise Woodbine, good morning. The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon, good morning, sir.
Shut up, for f***'s sake. Jesus.
The fantastic Lizzie Jackson Barrett, good morning. Josephine Sandra, everybody, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday's edition, the penultimate edition of the show Rise Up Show with me, your host, Dani Wallace. I hope you are well this morning. How are you doing? Come on in. I'm looking excited. I'm feeling excited. There's a whole bunch of reasons for this, not least of which our guest today, who is celebrating the launch of her book, which I'm really excited, really excited to share with you. Kylie is on with us in just a few minutes' time. But in the meantime, I'm excited about all sorts of stuff. So earlier this week, as you know, I've been charting my adventures through despondence, I guess is probably the best way to put it. And on Monday, I hooked up with my girl, Nikki Sprosen. So if any of you don't know who Nikki Sprosen is, she's amazing. She is a spiritual healer and teacher. And her medium, her modality that she absolutely shines at is the tuning forks. So you've seen me before. I don't know where my on fork is, but normally, like, I feel a bit stressed. I'll ding me on. It's a tuning fork, and it apparently is the vibration of the universe, the frequency of the universe, and creation and all that sort of stuff. Look at my t-shirt. I got this with the Asda's on the sale yesterday for a £5. Everything's fun. It's what my t-shirt. I said it. I was like, I'm having that. So I went for and I did this 2 years ago. Exactly 2 years ago, I went for what was called a sort of full angelic healing, angelic Reiki. Like, it was like the whole shebang. It was 3 hours of this sort of spiritual healing session. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant because I had to stop for 3 hours. I had to do nothing. I was able to do some learning in the car to and from. She lives an hour or so away from me. But also, I always find that when I do something like that, it just unlocks stuff. It allows me to just reconnect with myself, reconnect with where I am. And since then, I've really found that my creativity started to flow again. I've started to be able to, I don't know if anyone feels like this, but when they feel like the mojo has gone, they don't reach out to the friends as much. Does anyone feel this? I see you if you don't do this. Or if this is something that you find that you do when you're feeling a bit despondent, I don't reach out to my friends as much. It's really difficult to do any outward motion for myself. So I've felt more able to reach out to my friends this week, reach out to my family this week, reach out this week, which has been really nice. So yeah, all of this has sort of started to click together, which is beautiful. So I just wanted to kind of share that and thank Nikki sort of publicly in here. Thank you very much, Nikki Sprosen, for sorting me. Wallace laughs. He goes, "You're going to have your chakras sorted out, are you, babe?" I'm like, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And I've had my arms dinged and I've been tuning forked and all sorts. But it is that sort of connection to self that we talk about often on this show. And when I have the wherewithal to do it, it is amazing. And I had this particular treatment or healing a couple of years ago, right at the start of the big IATQB stuff. And I really felt called upon to, I feel like we're on the precipice as we are rounding out the show for a few weeks to bring it to you in its newest guise. I really feel like we're on the precipice of another level. And with that in mind, I want to make sure my chakras are sorted, right? So I went and had this healing. It was felt wonderful. And since then, like, I'm doing stroking my notebook, because actually from yesterday morning, I started to feel really kind of flowy and really able to start to look at the things that I need to do. Everything that I was thinking about in the run-up was like, it was just a block. I was like, well, I've got an email sequence to sort, and I've got a lead magnet to make, and everything feels dead dry and dead weird. And actually now I'm like, I can see how this is helpful. I can see how this is going to benefit everybody, right, okay, I'm in. And I think that's what some of this is unlocked. Also, you lot, it's a full moon today, which is exciting. So it's an exciting day for a number of reasons. I love a full moon, as well, you know. It is a time for release, and I am releasing fear, and I am releasing reticence, and I am releasing sluggishness, and I am welcoming in energy, and I'm welcoming in community, and I'm welcoming in more abundance. What are you releasing with the full moon? I want to know. I've got my really stinky sage here. I've had a little sage. I've got my Palo Santo here. I'm a little smudgy smudge. And it's funny, you know, I've had loads of one-to-ones with Be Heard Pro, Be Inspired. And started to laugh at me. I'm starting to sage as we're talking. They're like, there's only me, really, I think, that can get away with having a real business conversation. I'm just having a little sagey smudge whilst I'm absorbing everything. So it's dead interesting how these things are developing all the time. But enough about that. I would love to know in the comments what you are releasing with the full moon, the strawberry moon. Nicola is releasing the stress around the current house move. It's been driving you bonkers. Oh, Nicola, I am releasing that with you into the world. Your house move is now going to be stressless because we're welcoming in a stresslessness. I'm going to be burning all my negative thoughts and releasing my goals and affirmations tonight. Nice. Release them into the world. Allow them to come to you. I love it. Speaking of releasing something into the world, for want of a better phrase, our gorgeous guest this morning has done just that. So to tell us all about her fantastic book, please welcome to the show, Claire. Claire's releasing the pain from her ankle. She broke her ankle yesterday. Sending you huge amounts of love and healing, my darling. To Claire, who broke her ankle yesterday. I'm not laughing. It's more of a chuckle of sadness. I got my sage out for tonight. Candles ready, crystals out ready to recharge, and I'm just releasing general shit. Releasing general shit. That's all right. You can do that. But releasing something that is definitely not shit is our gorgeous Kylie Anna. Get on in here, my darling. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, am I excited to speak to you today, Kylie. Today's the day.
It is.
How excited are you right now?
Oh my gosh, through the roof. I've been up, as you can imagine, had no sleep. And I had
no
to
one
get
does the night before a book release. No one does.
Had to get up at 5 and it's just been bouncing off the walls. And just can't wait for it all.
I love it. So what is it though? So we've brought you onto the show. I'm excited. I already know. I have the pleasure of being able to work with you as part of Be Heard. I get to have one-to-one with you, which is amazing. I get to talk to you about all sorts of stuff. But this is your guide for parents out there, particularly mums. Tell us a little bit more about. First of all, before we talk about your book, tell us a little bit more about you, Kylie.
So I am Kylie. I am the owner of 2 businesses. So I've got one, which is a hair and beauty business, Casey Plats and Beauty, and also more recently, the Confident Mum Society. And I have recently actually gone through, you speaking about more spiritual side, a spiritual awakening. And I have really realized, working with my mentor, my life purpose, which is a really bold statement to make, really. I've got my life purpose, but I've always done stuff that has helped with people's confidence. And I think more recently it's been honed in on wanting to help mums feel more confident, because I know that a lot of us, including myself, after having children, do tend to lose our confidence a little bit, lose a little bit of our self-identity. And I want to be able to help that situation and show people that you can have it both. You don't have to worry about mum guilt. So that is my mission at the moment, to really show people that anything is possible. And as I say, especially mums, and help with their confidence.
I love it. So the book that you have released isn't just about confidence. So the book, tell us what the book's called for a start. I see the posters behind you. It's very exciting to see them.
Very professional. Hang on, let me get out of the way. So that is the front cover of the book. So that is Finding Yourself. And it really is, my journey as a business owner hasn't just been a case of becoming successful in business. It's been a case of really finding myself and growing in my own confidence and stepping into myself, probably for the first time ever, and in the book, it goes through my 10 most impactful lessons that I have learned. And I didn't want it to just be a business book that was in my mind, a little bit more boring, just telling you what to do. But I also didn't want it to be just about me. So I wanted to kind of mesh the two together and give my experiences to show people examples of how I have done it, and then give them actionable step-by-steps of how they can incorporate these things as well. And it's kind of half and half. For me, mindset is the biggest thing. But
Always.
But I've kind of done it half and half in terms of strategy that I've implemented, as well as the mindset.
Because you can get all fired up and with the best will in the world be showing up all over the place with a great mindset, but actually if you don't have the technical stuff in place, if you don't have the plans in place, if you don't have the foundations right, then you can't have one without the other. That's why we talk about the show up, wise up, rise up show. You can show up, but you need to learn stuff and have stuff in place in order for you to rise up. And they're two sides of the same coin when it comes to rising up, right?
100%. And I think for me, as someone who lost a lot of my confidence in the past, the mindset issues were the biggest things. And it's, I've been very open in my book. It's still something like, even from this morning, imposter syndrome, like, oh my God, who am I to think I can do a successful
funny.
And I think it's something that you're constantly going through, but it's just a case of each time that you do, you realize you can get through it more and more.
Absolutely. So you have the Confident Mums Club. You've got a phenomenal beauty practice where you actually teach beauty therapists and hairdressers and people in the industry to level up their skills and level up their businesses. So you've already come into contact with a lot of these practices within the beauty industry. And actually one of the things that I know that you've found is that it bleeds out into other areas of business as well, which is where the Confident Mum Society came from. But what problems do you find that parents often have when it comes to creating their own business? What are the stumbling blocks that we often come across? And please do share in the comments as well what stumbling blocks you've come across as being a parent.
Well, the biggest thing that I find, so even though it's a hair and beauty business, my clientele is mums who have obviously had their kids and want to set up their own business now that they're at home. And one of the main reasons that I went into coaching was because it was really quite upsetting to see how they were gaining all these skills but then not knowing how to implement them. Right. And for me, the biggest thing that I have come across with my clientele is getting over the confidence, that first hurdle, and the resilience, I find as well. Like, I think we sometimes can underestimate just how resilient you need to be in business, because there's going to be so many knockbacks and you mustn't take them as failures. They're just learning curves.
I think that when you are in business, you never hear no as much as what you do, like when you're in that particular situation. I think, we often avoid no, and we often avoid failure, and we often avoid that at all costs, when actually when you have your own business, you do have to ask uncomfortable questions. Sometimes you will ask somebody, say if you're selling something, you will ask somebody for the sale and they will say, actually, it's not for me right now. And there is a degree of galvanization that we require as we move into this. So yeah, you're dead right, that sort of resilience is dead important. And sometimes things don't happen as fast as you'd like them to.
No, that's it. And you can do things and expect. I don't know about you, Dani, but I found that I've put things out in place and I've expected them to go really well. I've thought, yeah, I've got this spot on.
This is a bang of this. I'm on it.
That's it. And it has just completely flopped. And I've had to take that away quickly. And then I've put offers out where I've perhaps not expected there to be so much, and they've blossomed. So it really is.
So is this book that is Finding Yourself, is this book for mums who want to start business, for mums who already have a business? Like, who's this book for?
I would say predominantly for mums who want to start a business, but it's the kind of book that I wish that I'd have been able to read when I first got into business,
Right.
to miss all those mistakes out that I made at the start. And so, but I would say as well, it could help people that are at the start of their journey that perhaps haven't considered everything. A lot of the time I will work with some ladies who have been in business for quite a long time, but actually, and they'll think with money, for instance, that their issues are they're not reaching their goals because of advertising or marketing, but actually it's their money mindset that is not quite there, but it's not something they've ever considered before. So I do think it is a little bit for both, but predominantly for mums starting out in business. Definitely.
Right. Amazing. Louisa Harris just saying, book ordered, can't wait to read it. Yes. And let's just be really clear for everybody watching right now that, we want Kylie is a member of our community and we love her. Like, we want Kylie to be a bestseller this morning. Like, we want her to be hitting those bestseller spaces this morning. And we can only do that with your help. And it's really easy to do that. How do we do that? How do we assist you and help you hitting up that bestseller status, Kylie? Tell us.
Well, I would absolutely love if you could head on over to Amazon and buy the Kindle version of the book. For today only, it's just 99p, so it's not much at all. And with that as well, if you do buy a copy, if you just send me over your receipt, then you will get entered into a prize draw to win some lovely, gorgeous prizes.
Amazing. So if I'm just going to grab the link. So I'm going to grab the link. So it's Finding Yourself, and it will put Kylie in. All right, I've got it here. I'm going to sneaky check as well. See what we're doing in terms of ranking. So currently, as it stands right now, and also it's a bit sluggish first thing in the morning, is Amazon. As it stands, we are currently it's in Kindle. It is in Kindle. It is number 20. In the bestseller chart. So it's starting to climb the ranks, which is really, really exciting. So I'm just going to pop the link in here into the comments. There we go. Paste. Oh, thank you, Nick. Nick's already on it. You are so going to do this. It's already starting to climb. And that updates every couple of hours. So we're going to be watching with bated breath. But what are your plans for the rest of the day, Kylie? I can't wait to celebrate later on and pop the fizz with you. But like, what are your plans later on? What does a bestseller campaign look like? How do we do these things?
Well, we are going. So after here, 10:30. I will be starting my live book launch. I was hoping to do it in person, but obviously this year doesn't really work. But we're going to
C word.
Yes. But hopefully that will mean it will reach more people. And I'm going to be speaking to some of my beautiful beta readers and some of the prize givers as well. And hopefully it will just be a morning of lots of fun.
I love it. And there are prizes up for grabs as well, isn't there, this morning?
So do you mind me telling you what they are?
I want to know. I'm coming over. I want to win some.
So we have a £50 Amazon voucher. We have this. I don't know whether you can see. Can you see? It's not this one, obviously, but it's a soda.
I'm just going to give you that because I've been goods and chattels.
So that's a soda light pendant crystal,
and
and it really helps with mum guilt and with anxiety and building confidence. So that's one of the prizes.
I am a fan of a crystal. I have a citrine that lives around my neck, attracting all the abundance from the universe in.
Oh, and they're wonderful, aren't they? I'm a bit of a crystal hoarder.
My daughter asked me, she goes, "What do the crystals say?" And I'm like, "Buy more crystals."
They do. I've got my daughter into them now as well. So she's loving. We have. I thought this was so cute. Little jar of positive affirmations.
Oh,
so
nice.
We have a month of positive affirmations in here. We have. I love these as well. Legend planners.
Nice.
And these are. They've got again. It's not just. A journal. It has your positive affirmations, it has your goal setting in there, which is beautiful. And we have a gorgeous gift box from a beautiful lady from Smelly Saurus with lots of wax melts and a little crystal in there, and it's called the Brave Box. So yeah,
and we can win this. How do we win these? Or have we got to come over at 10:30 and come and find out? You're going to tell us then?
I would love it if you come over at 10:30. But if you buy a copy of the book and then send me your receipt, you will get entered to the prize draw. And the prizes, whoever's won will be announced at my masterclass on Monday. I will obviously notify you as well, but yes, it would be wonderful if you could come there as well at the Confident Mum Society.
So you've got a masterclass on Monday. What's the masterclass all about?
So it's all about the book. So I thought, as well as releasing the book, I wanted to add a little free masterclass in there so that we can go through. It's the 5 mindset issues that I really find come up the most, to try and come up with different ways that we can combat those so that you're really ready in that right frame of mind to start your business.
Oh, this is so exciting, because I know, like in the Hive, particularly the people that come in and watch the show, a lot of us are, we're established businesses and we've grown. The whole premise of IATQB is that we attract people in who are just started. So this is how rich and amazing this community is. We've got multimillionaires, multiple 6-figure earners, pop stars, Olympians, and we've got people that have got an idea. People that have got an idea who are about to do what it is that you've done and you've created, and this is such a great book to begin that journey with. So I'm so excited that we get to share this in here. And for those of you that are sort of at fruition, or you're just starting to test out your ideas, or you're just you might have just registered yourself, you might have just become a limited company or a sole trader, and you're thinking, oh my God, this is amazing. Now the fuck what? This is a great community to get involved with to help you on your way where that is concerned. Kylie, you are a phenomenal person. What brought you to the beauty industry? Because the beauty industry, I was involved. So people would watch me for a long time as I was building my audience, not even knowing that that's what I was doing. I was going live and I was putting my face on, and people would show up. I don't know what it is about people putting the makeup on lives or on video, but they would come along and then they'd be like hooked, like I can't stop watching. And then we grew from there. But what was it about the beauty industry that attracted you to it? Because you don't just have a beauty therapy business, you teach other people.
Yeah, well, for me, it was very much I trained as a counsellor years ago, and was working in schools, and I did love it, but I wanted, once I had my second child, to start my own business. And I'd always loved everything hair and beauty. And again, for me, it is that confidence thing. I got very much into wedding hair, and that's what I became very known for. And being able to make a bride feel beautiful and confident on her big day was one of the most special things to ever do. And then it naturally developed into teaching and then coaching. And I think I recently realized that a lot of that, my mum very much inspired the whole notion that anything is possible. She was very much in the forefront of my thinking behind anything is possible. She showed me that anything was possible. And I think that very much is now a message that's the main message of my book, of my business. I want to show people that you can come. We've all been through adversity and tough times, and it doesn't matter where you are now or where you've been. You can get to anywhere. And for me, that is it.
And this is something that makes today all the more special, doesn't it, Kylie? When we're talking about your mum, and that beautifully leads me on to the fact that it's your mum's birthday today, isn't it? And having been able to sort of celebrate your mum and the message that she left you, that you can now go on and share with other people. What a legacy would your mum have even known that that's what you would have gone on to create? And I just think it's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I knew right from the start this had to be a dedication to her. And yeah, it just felt so fitting to be on her birthday. And oh my gosh, how exciting as well. When I found out that the 24th of June was a full moon, I was like, yes.
Yes, that's it. If it's a day of release, you're going to release a chuffing book.
Exactly.
Oh, Kylie, I am honestly so proud that you're part of this community. I'm so proud that I get to work with you directly as well, and I get to, guide you as you're moving into this author space, best-selling author. I have no doubt that you're going to be within the next couple of hours. Please do give us a shout and give us a shout out in the Hive when that happens, so that we can celebrate you. And so you're going to launch the book. That's today. What's next for you? So you've got the workshop coming up, but then what then for Kylie Anna?
Well, I do very much feel like this is the beginning of my next chapter today.
Yeah.
And for me, obviously, as you say, I've got my masterclass on Monday. It will be then leading into a mindset course to get ladies from anxious to awesome into business. Yep. And feeling as positive as they can, and then moving forward, just continuing that same message, hopefully spreading the word that you can do anything and banishing that mum guilt.
Amazing. Kylie, thank you for all of the work that you do. Huge love and congratulations, like preemptive congratulations. Congratulations on finishing a book, because that is no mean feat in itself, and the book writing process, my God, it's a lot, isn't it?
It is all the emotions. Oh my gosh.
And you worked with the amazing Abby Horn from Authors & Co as well, didn't you? The same as the publishers that I use. How was that experience?
Oh my gosh, they have just been incredible. And obviously we had said before, when people say about self-publishing, it isn't. They have done everything, and Abby has just been there throughout, because obviously there's been little things that have come up, and she's just been on it the whole time, and I couldn't be more grateful for both her help, and also I think I saw that the lovely Nicola Rowley was watching earlier. She has done all the PR work surrounding the book, and that has been incredible as well. They are little lifesavers, and I couldn't recommend them enough.
They are amazing, and we love Nicola Rowley. She's a member of this community. She's Be Inspired alumni, and also one of the most banging PR people you can get involved with. So I am so excited. You've got such an incredible team behind you. Kylie, we are all cheering you on. Give Kylie some love in the comments. Go and join the Confident Mum Society as well, and also head on over there. Is it the Confident Mum Society for 10:30?
Yep, it will be on my profile, on the Confident Mum Society, on Casey Platts and Beauty. It will be everywhere I am.
All over the place.
Yes, thank you so much, Dani.
You are so welcome. Go and rip it up the rest of today, and we'll speak to you really soon. Kylie, Anna, everybody.
Speak to you soon.
Right, so there we go. There is our penultimate show, ready for our break, which is going to be happening from Friday. I've got a little bit of an announcement for you tomorrow. I'm not selling anything, don't worry. Actually, don't worry. I'm not that I'm worried to sell anything, but I have an announcement about how I would love you to get involved with the show, and not from an interview point of view. So we are creating a production team to build the show even bigger than it is already. We are going to be really leveling up the quality of the show. Our lineups are going to be more diverse. We're really making that huge focus for IATQB. I really want the show to be purpose plus value. I want us to really get back to the roots of helping people share their mission message as well as their businesses. I really want to get back to the heart of us linking arms together as a wider community and doing that in a really, really cool way. So we are going to be taking a break from the show from tomorrow, but please do join me at 9:30 tomorrow, as I'm flying solo for the last show for a few weeks. We take a break, refresh, refocus, and bring you the Show Rise Up show bigger and better than ever. So please do join us. That's 9:30 tomorrow. Everyone's digging my nails. I've got my Pride nails on. It's Pride Month this month. So huge shout out to all of our LGBTQ plus community. We love you. We see you. And that's in the name of inclusion, we are going to be actively, instead of sort of throwing open a link for people to apply and not really having control over our lineup, really actively seeking out a more inclusive lineup for you so that we can bring the big questions to the table. That's a little teaser of what I want to talk to you about tomorrow, but do join us for the Show Rise Up Show. Do us a favor. I think we're like maybe 66 people away from 4,000 followers on Instagram. A huge plea from me to you would be, can we do 4K? Can we do 4K followers tomorrow before we take a break for the show? I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm keeping my hopes open. But yes, I think we need like 66 or 67 followers before we get to that 4K mark. And I would love to do that before we take a break for the show. So please do go and follow me at the Queen Bee Dani on Instagram and tell your friends to do it too. All right. I love you so much. I can't wait to speak to you tomorrow. Do at 10:30 go and join the Confident Mum Society and go and check out Kylie's book launch and go and get involved with those fabulous prizes that she's got on the table for you all. I love you, and I will bring you some fire tomorrow. I'm excited. See you later. Bye.